So my name is Shiru, and I'll be taking you through a very brief presentation on behalf of the person who invited you. So I'll just tell you just a little bit about myself. My background is actually property management and marketing. So when I joined the organization, really, I had no financial background. Okay, I was just one of those people who are like, ever since I came into this world, I knew how to read and write. I have never liked mathematics. Okay, so when of course I was shown about the platform I'm about to show you, I was very skeptical about it because I have no financial background. I don't like math, and then of course I had a full-time job, so I was wondering, okay, Forex plus my full-time job, am I going to hack this business? So of course, as time went by, then I plugged in. And the reason why, of course, I plugged in, I say, of course, the beginning of the year when, of course, you have your requests for every new year, you tell God, I want A, B, C, D. For me, one of the requests that I had is that I wanted to be financially free and actually do something besides what I was doing, because all my adult life, I had never run my own business and always been employed. So fast forward to why I joined IAM. I actually joined it by flukes, because my coach and my mentor actually introduced me to this idea in October 2018. And like I said, I had a full-time job. I was a deputy property manager of Westgate. So when I saw this, it was one of those things I was thinking, I don't think I can do it. And first of all, I keep saying, I think employment is one of the biggest cages that we can be in, because I felt, yes, it sounds like an idea, but I have a full-time job. I think I'm making enough to sustain myself because I don't have a family. So I was thinking, yes, I will join, but really I will not do anything. And that's what I did. So I plugged into the program and didn't do anything. I actually just sat on the idea. Then come January 2019, I went to work like a normal day, and I did my work. At about 5:30, I was called to the boardroom and I was told, Shiru, we no longer need your services. You're fired. As in, yani, that is how it went. So what did I do? What I had been ignoring for the longest time, I plugged into the academy, and of course, here I am. So right now I'm a full-time Forex trader, and I'm also a business owner with IAM, and you'll understand towards the tail end what I mean by being a business owner. So I will take you through the first bit of the presentation because we have two segments. Then the last bit, I'll bring in my business partner who is going to finish up on the presentation. So just to manage your expectations, this call will go about 40 to 50 minutes. And at the tail end, that is where we'll, of course, open up the mics and the chat boxes. And of course, you will be able to ask all the questions. And just to make sure that that you can all hear me, if you could please type in 111. When you're doing a webinar call, you don't know if guys can hear you. So just for me, I just need a few confirmations. Just type in 111 so that I can know that you can hear me loud and clear. Oh, thank you, Kennedy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. One more. Perfect. Good. I know now I'm audible. So I'll be talking to you about the company that you can see right at the bottom of your screen. That is IAM Mastery Academy. And this is a company that was actually formed in the US in 2013 by Chris Terry and Isis De La Torre. And these two have experience of 40 years between them in Forex trading. And after the presentation, you'll just have a small meeting with yourself and decide what will you become. Will you want to learn a new skill that can again pay you for the rest of your life, help you have an extra income? You'll be able to again create generational wealth for your family. So basically, these are just small questions that you'll ask yourself after the call. And then this you just ask and answer yourself. So like I was saying, this company was founded in 2013 in the US by Chris Terry and Isis De La Torre. And these two people decided, you know what, there is that hunger to learn Forex trading, but most people don't know where to get the right education, okay? So of course, IAM was born. In Kenya, we are about 2 years old, going to 3 years, because we gained popularity around September 2018. So we are gradually growing, but again, the growth is also very tremendous because, like I'm saying, there's a lot of hunger of most people want to know how to trade for themselves, okay? And we're currently about 120 countries, and we are registered about 250,000 customers, active customers. So this just goes to show you that people want to learn a skill that, of course, they are able to use for the rest of their lives, okay? So I will be speaking to you about the 4-way cash flow. And what is this? Basically, this just shows you how there are 4 ways that you're able to actually gain an income, okay? We have the 95 percenters and we have the 5 percenters. Who are the 95%? Out of 95, we have the 60%. These are the people who are employed 8 to 5, 5 to 6, 8 to 5, 9 to 6, depending on what your contract says, okay? And you'll find this is the segment that most of us are in. Why? Because when we were growing up, our parents would tell us, I'm taking you to a good school, so make sure you get good grades, and then you graduate, and of course get a good job, become a lawyer, become a doctor, become an architect. There's really no room for being on your own in terms of business. We're always told you have to get a job, okay? So of course, after campus, most of us would go to a cyber cafe and get our CVs polished, and of course throw it out there to different employers, okay? So this is the 60%. This is also the segment where you find it's very risky, because like for me, like I've said, I went to work, I had worked for Westgate for 4 years, and I would pull some crazy hours. And what happened, one day I just woke up and I was fired. And I would not do anything about it, because at the end of the day, I don't own Westgate, you know? So really you're working for somebody and you'll never own that piece of property. I mean, you'll never be a shareholder, okay? So these are the 60%. And you find most of us who are in this segment work, I mean, we are eating paycheck to paycheck, because really it's never really enough. You know how they dangle, you know, like a carrot in front of you, they give you house benefits, of course there's medical insurance, you know, and so you are kind of feel I need to be here because of those benefits that they are giving. So those are the 60%ers, and there's nothing wrong about being employed, but we are always encouraged, as much as you have a full-time job, look for something else and get an extra income. Actually, we are told we should have 7 sources of income. So if you're on this call and you're employed, we are not bringing down employment. If you're happy at your job, it's okay, but also think of other avenues that you can actually get an income. Then let's move to the 35%ers. Who are these? These are, of course, the people who own businesses. And there's a difference between when you're working for yourself and a business owner. And this is the difference. When you're working for yourself, the best example I like to give is that, for example, you've opened a boutique on Moi Avenue and you're selling shirts and shoes and whatever it is. You have to make sure that that shop is fully stocked. So if you're getting stuff from Turkey, you have to have the number of the suppliers. You have to make sure the person that you have employed is doing a good job, has good customer care service. You may even have to take them for training. So at the end of the day, you also have to make sure that accounts are well balanced, so you're not running at a loss. So as much as you're working for yourself, you're still very much involved in that particular business. By the time when you think of opening another one, this one has eaten your head back, you're thinking, oh my goodness, you know? And these are the 35%ers. Again, there's nothing wrong with being here, but because of the involvement you have to be, thinking of a second, third, fourth income becomes a bit of an uphill, because really you're not sure if you're going to be able to juggle this your business and of course other things, because there are no systems in place. This business cannot run without you. In a nutshell, that's what I'm trying to say. So these are the 95%ers, and you'll find that these 95%ers only contribute to 5% of the economy. We are the largest, but we contribute to the littlest towards the economy. So who are the 5%ers? These are the people who actually contribute to 95% of the global market. And who are these? These are the business owners and those with the investor mindset. And under the business owner, I like to give an example like Richard Branson. You know, I'll also give an example of Manu Chandaria. I'll also give an example of like now the guys who own NCBA. I mean, these are people who came up with an investment, have put systems in place. So if you think about it, Manu Chandaria really does not have to be present in his businesses. No, he has put systems in place that work. So what he does is just to make sure that the systems are well followed. And in fact, even those systems being followed, he has people who are in charge of that. So you find at the end of the day, because he has put systems in place, what does he do? he now is able to open up other businesses, put systems. So you see these guys have vast empires. Let's go to the 1%, which is the most exciting bit. This is where you get investors. And the best example I like to give is, of course, our very own Chris Kirubi. Think of Chris Kirubi. You think of an industry, Chris is in it. Look at Two Rivers, that's real estate. So long as Two Rivers is open for business, really Chris can be in London and that mall is running itself, okay? Money is literally working for Chris Kirubi. It is working for him. Think about the pens that we use, the big pens, that's Chris Kirubi. The buckets that we use in our houses, that's Chris Kirubi. Recently, I heard he's the biggest banana farm owner. Whoever thought that Chris Kirubi would actually go into farming? Nobody, I mean, we never thought. Yeah, especially if now I was told, because I think now it's about a year old, and that's the time, of course, we've had stories of locusts, we've seen them like attacking our crops. I think if I was told for that idea, I'll be like, no, I'm good. Let the locusts first disappear, then I'll go into farming. But Chris saw an opportunity. He weighed, of course, his options and jumped into whatever. And now he's the biggest banana farmer in Kenya. Okay, so you look at these 5%ers, because they really do not have to be present, they are able to multiply and create generational wealth for their families, okay? So today I'll be talking to you about the biggest financial market, and this is the foreign exchange market. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you have had or actually even taken part in the foreign exchange market. Why? Because this simply means the exchange of two currencies. And an example, if today I'm in Kenya and then I decide to go to Tanzania, I would have to change our Kenya shillings to Tanzania shilling so that, of course, I'm able to spend in that country. So the moment you have done that, you have done foreign exchange. So the definition of foreign exchange is the exchange of two currencies, okay? So this market is open 24 hours, 5 days a week. And the money that is traded in this market is worth $6.6 trillion. Basically, what we are saying, this is how much money that moves on a daily basis, not at the hourly or after SG quarterly, no, on a daily basis. So what we'll be showing you today, you're going to learn a skill and actually partake in that market. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the banks are doing this. The banks are always trading with our money left, right, center. Okay, so you'll be learning a skill that you will become your small bank. You know, you're actually able to do what the banks are doing, trading on your phones on a daily basis. Then, of course, we have the digital currency market, and this is, of course, the virtual currency. Okay, it's not fiat, so this you're not able to touch it. And I know the most common crypto that we've had is the Bitcoin. Okay, so again, this is also a market that is growing at a very high rate. It's now valued at about $1 trillion US. So it's growing gradually, okay? Actually, not gradually, it's growing in another way that I never thought. For me, I started hearing about Bitcoins, I think 5 years ago. I even didn't take interest because me growing up, I have always known money needs to be touched. Remember, they also introduced M-Pesa. Some of us were very skeptical about M-Pesa, but we embraced it because that's the future. So that's the digital currency, okay? So what does IM Mastery Academy offer? It offers 3 academies. So we've talked about the foreign exchange market. So if you want to learn more about this market, then you're just going to plug into this academy. And it's custom made for anyone who wants to learn foreign exchange market. From the basics all the way up. I mean, you don't have to be like, Shiru, I have no financial background. Do I have to be in front of my machine every day? Because even when I like movies, if you've watched like some movies, you're always seeing guys like in front of the screen. So in my head, I knew as a Forex trader, 24/7, I have to be in front of my machine. Okay, and I have to have like different screens all over my place. No, that is not even the case. So if you want to learn Forex trading, then again, you plug into the Foreign Exchange Mastery Academy. There's also another market called a high frequency. This is just an advance of the foreign exchange market. These are the binary options. You find this market is very rewarding, but it's very volatile, okay? This is where the market actually, when you enter a trade, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean by entering a trade as we move on. When you enter a trade, you can even find it has closed within 3 minutes, 30 seconds. It moves very fast. It's very volatile. Again, if you're that kind of person and you don't be stuck in the market, you want something that is high on adrenaline, then this is again, an academy that is suited for you. So that is what we call HFX, a high frequency academy, or binary options. Then, of course, if you also want to learn about the digital currency, like I have said, this is a market that is growing. So again, if you get interest, again, this is also an academy that you can plug into and actually learn how to trade the cryptocurrencies. Okay, so IAM has those 3 academies, but most of us who join this academy start from the Foreign Exchange Mastery Academy. So this is where I'll be talking about. So what does IAM do? It has given us the first tool where it has simplified learning. And there you're seeing it on my screen is exactly how the back office looks. So we have recorded very short videos that take you as an infant of Forex. You know, like that baby who is born, who comes to this world knowing nothing, as in a newborn baby then has to be taught how to suckle, has to be weaned, and then moved to solid foods. That is exactly what this academy does. So, for example, it's going to take Shaban, who I can see is on this call. Shaban has no idea about Forex trading. And this, in fact, I keep saying, when you don't know, it is easier to be taught when you don't know anything, because you're very fresh, as in you're able to accumulate now new things. So the first thing you will actually get in this academy is what is Forex, okay? Then it will tell you what market is traded at what time, how to enter a trade, how to exit a trade. And the most exciting thing about what really worked in my favor is because it is recorded in short versions. If you feel you've gone up to, for example, video number 8 and you're tired, it's all right. Nobody's going to push you. Just pause, take a walk, or do whatever it is if you have housework or you're in the office. Then once you feel, okay, now I'm ready to digest more information, then now you again continue where you left. Okay, and they're very short clips. In fact, I think this thing is very customized to the adult, because remember, as an adult, again, our concentration span as we are growing older, it reduces. You know, not like kids who can actually watch something over and over and without getting tired. Yeah, so I think even when Chris Terry and ISIS were coming up with this idea, they really had us in mind, because they are you'll find a video of 1 minute, 2 minutes, it's very visual, so you don't end up getting bored, okay? So that is the first tool that IAM gives us. Simplified learning, taking you from the basics, you go step 2, step 3, just like even primary, class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, like that. So you're going to progress at your own time. Nobody's pushing you at, you know, by this time you need to have learned this, by this time you have gone of age, you need to be in class 6, apana. It doesn't matter. You go at your own pace, okay? Number 2, the second tool that IAM gives us is called Go Live. Go Live, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to picture like you're actually watching TV. But now this TV is putting money in your pocket. What do I mean? We have access over 100 full-time educators. Again, think about this like lecturers. These are 7- and 8-figure earners who come online, okay, and who show us their strategy. So what do I mean? There's an educator, for example, called Dr. Kathy Kirkland. And most of the members on this call, we have resonated so well with Dr. Kathy Kirkland, or Dr. K in short, because for one, her strategy is very simplified. Then number 2, she grew her account from $45 to $1.3 million. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are to follow this lady for a month and do exactly what she's doing, don't you think with time you'll get to, of course, where she is? So that is exactly what IAM does. We have the best in the industry teaching us their strategy. And as they are teaching us their strategy, they are putting money in our pockets. What do I mean? So this is exactly how the sessions go. So now you're a member, you have plugged in. So there's a timetable that comes up, okay? And this timetable is very well laid out. So there's the educator, they actually put the picture of the educator and the name. So there's the picture, the time that they are coming, and the strategy. So what does this do for you? Already you are able to plan your time and your mind. You know, Dr. Kathy comes on Monday at 4:30. So you've already like programmed yourself that at 4:30, I'll be seated in front of the screen and I'm going to listen to Dr. Kathy. She's based in the US. So by the time she's coming for us, it's 4:30 p.m. For them, it's morning. So she's like, good morning, guys. How are you doing? I hope you had a nice night. Today, I'm going to be looking at the market. So she opens her chart. As she's talking, she's opening her chart. So you, at first, you're looking like you're seeing it's jargon. You're like, my goodness, what are all these moving up and down? Worry not, all this will make sense. So she'll come and say, today the markets look quite good. Let us pick a pair. So for example, she picks JPP, JPY. That is a Great Britain pound against the Japanese yen. Remember at the beginning, I said foreign exchange is the exchange of two currencies. So those are the two currencies she'll be looking at. So GBP, JPY. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll be looking at this. It's about the cloud, and this is what I'm seeing that it is ready for buy. So ladies and gentlemen, get in for buy. So you'll take your mobile phone. There's an app called MT4, MetaTrader 4. You'll download it. That's where you get all the currencies. So your work is just to go to your trading platform, look for that pair, and click the blue button. There is buy and sell. The buy is a blue button, and the sell is a red button. So remember, when Dr. K is entering a trade, she's not telling us to enter, even her, she's in the same trade. So what is that doing? We are earning and learning at the same time. And we are not learning with a person who's only been there for a few months. No, this is a person who has mastered a skill, okay? So you will find that over time, because remember, Dr. K also started off like us. She didn't know anything. She's in her 60s. She's a pastor, by the way. No financial background. She's 60. She's actually in her mid-60s. So if there's anyone on this call who is probably around that age, and you're thinking, my goodness, I think this is only for the young people. No. And Dr. K's strategy is one of the most simplest strategies that you'll ever find. So basically, what am I saying? Remember, I've said there are over 100 educators. You don't have to follow the 100. Again, you don't want to get confused. Follow 2 or 3 because they have different strategies. So as you're maturing as a trader, you can say, okay, I can be using these strategies. And of course, I'm able to make money on my own. So that is the most, I think for me, this is the most powerful tool that IAM gave us, okay? And remember, these are the best, they are all over the world because I've told you this is a global company. So you'll get it in different language. You'll get it in Spanish, in French, and every round the clock, there's an educator. So you don't have to feel, oh my goodness, Shiru only have Dr. K Apana. That's just an example I've given. There are so many traders, educators, that once you become a member, there's a timetable, then you will pick what works for you, okay? So you're learning from the best, and it becomes a live mentorship program, because remember, this is a person you're hanging on. It's not a recorded video from YouTube. No, you're looking at the live market. But in the event, like maybe you're not able to jump onto her session and you've already gotten into her style of trading, don't worry. When Dr. K finishes a session and all the educators, they always record. In fact, you can go back to even 2018 and you'll find a recording. So again, now you're able to understand the kind of a trader she is. Okay, all the other educators. So they are also recorded versions if and when you miss their live sessions. Number 3 is what we call the Harmonic Scanner. What is this? This is a tool that was actually designed to look for the harmonic pattern and tell you the best time to enter the trade. Because remember, the market has the buyers and the sellers. So of course, everyone is playing their own thing. The buyers are fighting against the sellers. So what does the Harmonic Scanner do? It scans for you the best time to enter the market. So your work is to copy and paste. And I'm sure most of, if not everyone, most of the people on this call, we must have done MS Word. You know why we are taught to copy and paste. This is where you're going to apply that copy and paste that you learned in the computer packages, okay? So what the Harmonic Scanner does for you, it scans for you the market and tells you JPP, JPY is ready for buy. Again, you take your phone, and this you're copying figures. You put, it's going to give you the entry price, so you wait for the entry price. When you see the entry price has hit, you click buy. It's going to give you what is also called a take profit. Take profit is the money that you will take home at the end of the trade. It even gives you that figure. Ladies and gentlemen, you understand when I say in IAM, you're earning and learning at the same time, okay? And this, Harmonic Scanner actually sends, the trade ideas, it sends about 200 in a week, and it has 75 to 80% accuracy. Okay, so at least here you are assured, at least you'll take something home. Below you'll see other, the strategies that, again, you're able to add. There are tools that you can add onto your strategies. So those are the small, in the small toolboxes, you'll see things written like HS. HS is a harmonic scanner. Then we have the DL. The DL is a DeLorean. But don't worry, these are just tools, again, that were introduced to make your learning even more enhanced. So you're able to get to your strategy faster. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's just because when you are maturing as a trader, you'll find out the kind of person you are. Are you the kind of person who likes to get into the market, make money within an hour and leave? That is what we call a scalper, or an intraday trader who can even wait for a trade for 2 weeks. So once you're maturing as a trader, remember, it's a journey. You started a journey. You'll discover the kind of person you are. And I know there are people also on this call who love to trade gold. So there's what we call gold cap. Gold cap is also now going to help you with your strategy. So there's a fit for everybody, okay? So that is enough about the harmonic scanner. So just to recap the tools that IAM gives us. It gives us the simplified learning. It gives us the Go Live, where we have access to the live educators. And number 3, we have the harmonic scanner, okay? So basically that is what Chris Terry and ISIS decided is going to be in the academy. Again, they didn't want to like cluster it too much. No, they made it very simple and we have even people on this call who have 10-year-olds who are trading, and they learned through this system. Okay, so you see, it caters for the young and of course for the ones who are advanced in age. So they also decided, let's also think about the people who have full-time jobs. What do we do about them? Let us create apps that they can download, and trade ideas can be sent directly to their phone. So not a problem. You just download the app, it comes to your phone, and a trade idea, of course, pops up, and you can either decide to enter or not, okay? So that is what we call the mobile apps in IAM. So of course, the biggest question is, okay, Shiru, we've heard what you've had to say, but what is required for me to get started? Quite simple. There's what we call the admission fee. Okay, what's the admission fee? This is the payment that you're going to make to the academy for you to access the academy. This is 25,000 Kenya shillings, and you pay it once. Okay, admission fee. Just like to school, or the parents on this call, of course, the fee that you pay for your child to access the school. That is exactly what that fee is about. So you're able to access the 3 tools of trade that I have talked about. Then 30 days later and every month thereafter, you will be paying 18,000 shillings. What is this for? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I've said that this is an education platform. So for you to continue accessing the tools of trade that I've talked about, you have to keep paying the 18,000 up until the time you feel, you know what, Shiromi, I have learned enough. I'm good to go now. I can trade on my own. Once you get to that stage, then you never have to pay the monthly fee. So you'll only pay this monthly fee if you feel you want to keep learning, okay? So those are the 2 payments you make, but the only one you make once is the 25. Then after 30 days, you pay the 18 and you keep paying it, okay? And that is applicable for all the 3 academies that I talked about. FRX, that is Forex, HFX, that is the binary option, of course, and the digital currency education. In the event, again, you want to take the 3 academies, because I know there are some of us who say, Shiromi, I want to go all in. They pay, of course, for the elite package, which is, of course, $325 and admission fee and $274 every month, okay? But the academy decided, why don't we introduce an incentive? You know, there's something about an incentive. It makes you feel you want to hear more about it, okay? This is where the academy said you can actually access the school for free. What do I mean? All you need to do is to introduce 2 people who you think could be interested in this, and you never have to pay the monthly fee. It is waived for the rest. So you're accessing Akina Dr. K for free, you're accessing the Harmonic Scanner for free, and you can still go back to the simplified learning, because remember, when you're starting the simplified, there are different levels. So you keep learning, and at some point, you'll become a master trader. So basically, that is what IAM offers. It is a education platform, not a trading platform. IAM will never trade for you. None of the members will ever trade for you. Chris, Terry, and Isis Delatore do not even know how much you have in your trading account, because this is just this is like a university of Forex. Let me put it plain and simple. So basically, that is the core business of I Am, teaching you and I a skill that can pay us for the rest of our lives. And that's why for me, I said at the beginning of the call, this is what I do on a full-time basis. I have to keep insisting. As a Forex trader, you don't have to be in front of your screen every other time. In fact, you don't have to, because most of us, and you'll even hear the testimonies from people who are actually members, most of us, when we are trading at 2 hours at most, okay, and you're out of the market and you go ahead and do whatever you're doing. And again, I get asked, Shiru, I'm a full-time employee, I'm working, and we keep asking, do you have time to read a WhatsApp message? You say yes. That is how much time it takes to enter a trade and leave it running. Because once you put in the parameters, you don't have to keep looking at your phone, oh my goodness, where is this trading going? No, put in your trades. If you're a full-time mom, go on taking care of your kids. If you're fully employed, go on with your work. You've just keyed in the trades into your phone. Of course, when you're learning the education, you'll of course get some more time. So in the evening, might be like after you eat and you're relaxed, you can go in and of course listen to some videos. But the actual trading, really, if you have time to read a WhatsApp message, if you have time to read an email, then ladies and gentlemen, you have enough time to trade, okay? So that brings me to the end of the first bit of the presentation. And the second part, I'll bring in my business partner, who I actually met in this organization back in October 2018, and we have grown to be friends. We are business partners, and the lady I'm about to introduce actually is a master trader in Kenya, and she has actually impacted so many lives because she has her own channel. She of course sends trade ideas, and it's normally a very blue week for us. Blue meaning we are making money. So I'll bring in Lilian Okado, and she's going to take us through the second bit of the presentation as we wind up. Karibu sana Lilo.
Hi, Shiru. Hi, Shiru. Thank you for that introduction. What an amazing presentation. I'm sure, I mean, the guests on the call must be excited because you've really, shared the concept of our company very, very awesomely. So thank you so much. And for the guests and for the members, Karibuni once again. As you heard, I'm Lilian. And yes, I am a trader. I'm also a trader courtesy of I Am Academy. And every single day, I thank God for this academy. And this second bit of the business is going to take a bit of a tangent, and I'm going to give you a bit of background why. So for me, the reason why I love this second part of the business, and this is optional, this is not for everybody, this is just for people on the call who say, you know what, it's actually interesting if I can be able to make an extra income from the business outside of trading. So of course, Shiru has done a good job of covering the academy and how you're going to learn. But now this second portion is how you're going to be able to make extra money by talking to people about our academy. Okay, so again, it's optional. So this is what we call becoming an independent business owner. Now for me, when I first had this bit, I was very excited. And this is why, guys, in 2018, when I learned about this academy, I was at financial rock bottom. I had gotten into business a year earlier, and the business just didn't go the way it was supposed to go. So yes, I had been writing, but then I stopped doing my writing business and I ventured into a totally new space. But it tanked within 8 months, okay, 8 months, that business was gone. It had gone bust, and it had gone bust with all our income because I had heavily invested in it. So by the time my friend Bernard Kiraithe tells me about I Am Academy, and I'm like, okay, what is this? Can I really do this? I'm in a really bad space. I'm receiving auctioneer notes. I've been locked out of my house quite a bit, and I'm trying to negotiate rent and things like it was just stressful. So I said, you know what? I mean, it sounds interesting. So I quickly borrowed cash because I didn't even have the cash to get started. I didn't have the 25K. But I was like, you know what? This is a skill. That's what I understood, that this was a skill that once I learned, okay, nobody would take away from me, right? Now I'm a trader, so I can go into the market on my own and trade. So that's what I understood. And I said, okay, fine, this sounds interesting. And then when I was told that I can actually earn extra over and above that, like if I talk to people, I earn an income, I was sold. I was like, I want this. Within my first 4 days, I was actually earning income from this second bit of the business. So I'm going to show you exactly how that works, okay? But again, remember that it's optional. So when you become an independent business owner, every time you go out there and you talk to people about our academy, because now you're like our ambassador, the company will pay you a commission. Okay, so the first level of income will be where you begin to earn direct bonuses. A direct bonus meaning that every single person you enroll or you introduce into our academy and they start learning as a student, you will earn $25. Now, this is a one-off. One-off meaning you won't earn it again. It's just for every single person you bring on board. So if you bring, let's say, 10 people in your lifetime, you will only earn up to $250. If you bring 100 people, up to $2,500. So that's basically it. Now, it's a one-off, right? Now, where it got even more interesting and exciting for me was this, the next bit, where I also heard that you can earn residually, okay? So if you're on this call and you like money, in the sense that you're not afraid of talking to people, because this is for only people who are not afraid to talk to people. So if you're not afraid to talk to people and you're already, let's say, in that environment, this is something you can take up. So it begins at a level called Platinum 150. That's the first level of income. And this is where you've just gone out and you've talked to only 3 guys, 3 people, 3 of your friends, whoever, colleagues, family, doesn't really matter. They've come on board. They're now students, okay? The company will start paying you a monthly paycheck of $150, okay? That is 15,000 shillings equivalent every single month. I don't know what 15,000 bob can do for you guys, but for me right now, it's a lot of money. Like I think about 15K is somebody's rent. 15K is food on the table every single month. 15K is school fees for certain people, okay? So for me, that's why I got excited about this. And this will be paid on a weekly. So that's every single Friday, okay? You'll be earning a check of $37. Now, let's say these 3 people also get excited and they say, you know what? I also want to share, I know a friend who, has been asking about Forex. So they go and they talk to their friend. And eventually, over time, okay, your entire team begins to grow and you get to a number of 12. Now, when you have 12 people, it means you've now ranked up to a level called Platinum 600. There you're earning $600 every single month. Okay, guys, that's 60K every single month. You can imagine my excitement when I had this, knowing that I had just lost all my income. I saw it and I was like, you know what? I have 12 friends I know will love to learn how to trade Forex. That's $150 every single week. Okay, now when the 12 people grow over time to 30, you become a Platinum 1000. That's $1,000. That's $250 every Friday. Okay, I don't know if you guys are familiar with our case or our situation in Kenya. Right now we are over 50 million, about 50 million Kenyans, okay? And according to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, apparently 75% of Kenyans today, whether you fall in that category right now or not, okay, literally earn less than $500 a month. That's the average income of over 75% of the over 40 million Kenyans today. They earn less than $500. So guys, what do you see about this second opportunity? Okay, for me, I just saw an opportunity to change Kenyans' lives and to begin to make an impact, because I was going to help people learn a skill, okay, called trading, that once somebody learns, nobody can take away from them. And secondly, I could help them increase their average income, okay, just by talking to other and telling them they can talk to other people and bring people on board. So that's basically it. So this table shows you the progression, like what is the potential, like if you were to do this seriously like I did, what would be the potential? So as you can see, as the numbers increase in your team, 30 to 75, you're now a Platinum 2000, okay? And this is a rank that I was able to hit within 6 months of me becoming a part of this company. And you can imagine how excited I was, because that's $2,000 every single month. That is $500, guys, every week. That's more than 75% of Kenyans earn on a monthly basis. Okay, so 75 people, the numbers grow to 225 people. That's Platinum 5,000. We have one Platinum 5,000 leader in Kenya. It's exciting for him. I know this is a gentleman who invited me to this company. Okay, and that's $5,000 every month. That is 500K. I don't know how many people you know personally. And let's just be real, guys. You don't have to answer this question. But how many people do you know today in this environment right now that we're in earn $500,000 a day? Sorry, 500,000 shillings a month. Sorry. How many people do we know? I mean, personally, I don't know very many people. And if I do, those people are CEOs, those people are senior managers, those people are really, really successful business people, you know, and even with our environment right now. So for me, I just said, you know what, this is amazing. This company is literally breaking the income ceiling, because the way we have been raised in our environment, guys, is you can only earn up to a certain income. And if you're going to go past that income or break that ceiling, you have to break your, you know, your back doing it. You have to be working long hours. You have to be very, very skilled, multiple degrees and, you know, masters, PhDs and things like that. So for me, this company was like a light. It was like, oh my God, I mean, this is awesome. So as you can see, as the numbers in your organization, the more people you talk to, or the more people those people talk to and bring on board, as those numbers increase, so does your income. So it doesn't matter how long you take to get to whatever level on this chart that you think is something you want to earn, but you can actually begin to earn beyond your wildest dreams. So for guys, for me, I'm excited. And I like to say, you know, like the highest income here in our company today, we have 3 people, I believe, okay, who are at this level. They earn chairman $750,000 monthly. Now that's 75 million Kenyan shillings every single month. I know that's a lot of money, okay? Most of, for me, when I hear that, I'm like, hey, I mean, what scam are they in? And most people are always thinking negatively when they hear about money, you know? But that's because of the way our conditioning is. And that's why this company is here to come and say, Kenyans, you don't have to earn average income. Just join us, okay? Join our vision, okay? Because the company wants to educate 1 million students across the world. Okay, and if you help us in that vision, we'll just compensate you. So that's basically it. And this brings me to the end of this second half of the presentation. And I want to now quickly introduce my business partners on this call. All of them, I believe, most of them here are Kenyan. And the first person I see here is a young, fiery lady. I love her to death. She's called Ayuma. Ayuma is actually a recent graduate, or she's about to graduate. She's an engineer student, just finished her campus education. And she plugged into this a few months ago. And I can see, I mean, I talk to this lady often enough, and I know she's doing really amazingly trading. So Ayuma, if you can give people your experience as a trader, like how it's been since you got started and why you got started. Ayuma?
Okay, hi.
Hi, hi, hi.
Oh, you guys are on fire today. Oh my god. Anyway, thank you so much for the awesome presentation, Shiru and Lilo. So I joined this organization or the academy 3 months ago, and it's because I just finished university in December and waiting to graduate in September. So yeah, everyone's looking for something to put their hands into and just to make yourself useful. So when I found out that there's a skill that I can learn and I can start earning as soon as I start learning, I was like, well, this is not like university. I had to take 5 years and I don't even have a job yet. So, so I decided to get started. I've been able to learn how to trade with the help of people like Lilian. And also it came to a point where after all that time of copying and pasting their trades, I have started calling my own trades.
Awesome.
And I have a pretty decent record when it comes to successes. So I'm so excited. It is such an awesome venture, and I just can't wait to become competent and consistent, because I know, my gosh, I don't even have words. Thank you, Lilo.
Awesome, awesome. And now I can see another young lady, okay? I haven't warned her about calling her out, but I want to just ask her to speak. And this is Elsie. Elsie also, I believe, recently joined, and she's doing this with her mom, okay? She's a 20-year-old. I believe she's still in campus. Elsie, if you can just share your story briefly. I don't know if you can hear me, Elsie. Okay, I don't know if Elsie can hear me. Maybe not. So if not, I will go to her mom. Okay. So her mom is Florence, Florence Wanyoni, and Florence is has been in the medical field, or has a background in the medical field, and she's also recently just gotten started with us, and she's doing pretty well. She's an amazing soul, very positive woman. I love her energy. So Florence Wanyonyi.
Wow, I'm still tickled because I think it's a family affair. But thank you so much, Lady Lilian, Miss Fierce, Shiru. You guys are phenomenal leaders. Thank you for the call tonight. For the guests on the call, my name is Florence Wanyonyi, and my background is medical. But a few years ago, I resigned my job to get in business. And business was okay until about December of last year. I was at crossroads. I didn't know whether it was going forward or I was stuck in the same place. And that's when my friends introduced me to Forex. So January of this year, that was a conversation in my ears. But guys, I was very skeptical because I was like, I'm a medic and I don't know anything about Forex. I thought this was for the people that are very, finance gurus, maybe the bankers or things like that. The only thing I knew about Forex was going to the bureau to exchange money anytime I needed to travel. But, today I'm so grateful for these friends because they truly pushed me. I cannot say that this was a personal decision. I can only say I'm grateful for these people because, they were there to tell me that, Flo, we believe in you. You can do this. And for sure, within my first week in the organization, I always give it up to BK, Bernard Kiraithe, and Anshiro. They are phenomenal teachers. They were able to hold my hand and show me what it means to buy and sell a pair. Simple. And then within the 7 days, actually, I started trading a live account and I was profitable. So yes, I was running around happy. I made 700 shillings, $7. And that was the beginning of my belief. So many months later, right now, I'm truly, truly confident and happy that this is the way for me. And not just for me, but as you can see, also for my daughter, she's just probably being a bit shy. But yeah, being able to introduce my family members and especially young ones, because this is something that is so, it's doable across all ages. Anybody, I believe, from the age of 10 can do this as long as they learn the skill. And Lilo, we appreciate you every day. We love you so much. Like we say, being a master trader, able to give us trade ideas from home and being profitable from the comfort of our homes is something that I cannot take for granted. So, and yes, we invited you as our guests on this call. Can you imagine if my friends had not really, really impressed upon me, I wouldn't be here. So today as a guest, you also have a chance. Yes, it's your decision, but if you're not decided, maybe you're like me, just hop on and you learn along the way because for sure the leadership is incredible. Thank you so much, Lady Fierce. Back to you.
Thank you, Florence. Amazing. And there's one more lady I want to introduce, and her name is Nora. Nora, I hope I'm not catching you off guard. Nora, can you hear me? Nora. Awesome. Go ahead, Nora.
Yes, Lilian, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. My name is Nora, as Lilian has said, and thank you for the awesome presentation. Today you have really done your Thursdays. I normally look forward to it. And that was a very good presentation from both of you, Shiro and Lilian. And it's actually an example that we need to emulate also, that you are setting for us as our mentors. So I joined this business in January this year. And through the stewardship of, through the connection of my mentor, we call him our coach. He's called Simon Degwa. He's here on the call. Through Shiro and Bernard Kiraithe. I think they have been mentioned before. So I had previously I had some knowledge about Forex because I'm a banker, but I had never done online Forex. So this was new to me, but I've always really wanted to do online. That's how I was a bit skeptical because I wasn't sure where to step the ground until this opportunity came in, and we just joined. We didn't even know what we were getting into, but because our coach was there and we really trust him, we got in. And it has been an awesome journey because Shiro and Kiraithe really held our hand. We were so many of us, and they managed to teach us, to train us until we got to understand what exactly online Forex is all about. I managed to earn my 500 shillings. I remember, and Kiraithe told me to go and withdraw that money. I was so excited. And that's when now my business picked. I have been doing it. I'm doing the two parts. I do the Forex, and I also do the second part of it, whereby I managed to introduce the business to quite a number of people. I'm a very social person, so I know quite a number of people, and I was like, this business is good. It can make a difference to a few people that I know in my life, and that's what I've done. The people I've introduced to, Some of them are very, very grateful, and they keep on telling me, Nora, this is just the best business idea that you did well to share it with us. So the business is awesome. For the guest here, this is a very awesome opportunity that has knocked your door right now. The company is awesome. The company is amazing. It has amazing leadership. In fact, I think even in my corporate world, I have never come across such leadership for real from anywhere. The company's leadership is just on the top. They hold your hand like you're a small baby. You'll never feel like you're lost, yet you're in the network marketing, you know. So join us and we work with you. Thank you, Lilian, for the awesome presentation.
Thank you very much, Nora. That was so passionate. I felt your energy. Really appreciate that. And I've just seen one more lady. Tonight we are having a lot of ladies on the call, just sharing their stories. So don't think this is just an all women affair, but we just want to see that there are some people who are doing this. So Terry, the last lady on the call, this is the person I want to bring on board before we wrap up. Terry Ngurani. Terry Ngurani.
Hi, Lilo. How are you?
Hi.
I see working from home. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Amito and Shiru for the awesome presentation. We are really grateful.
Also working from home.
My name is Terry Ngorani. I joined IAM when my baby was around 3 months. You can hear her making a lot of noise here, so clearly she's grown up. So I joined it when at a point where I had quit my job because I wanted to take care of my baby for around 6 months. And I met Bernard at that point, and he was sharing about Forex, and I asked him, so what is this thing you've been posting on IG? And he took me through the presentation. For me, it was a no-brainer, like 6.6 trillion. I had to be part of that market. So I signed up the same day, started trading. There was a lot of hand-holding. So I started making money from that time. I had thought I'd go back to work, job hunt after 6 months when I weaned my baby. But I've not gone back to the corporate world because I'm making money from the house, taking care of my baby. It's been a fulfilling journey for me. It's been an amazing journey. When my baby turned 1, I started building because now I had enough time in my hands. So I'm a Platinum 600 going P 1000. Yes, it's been a blessing for me. For my pals who have joined, they're also really happy. And I'm trading with my brother and my mom, like my whole family is in IAM. And yeah, if I had probably more aunties and grandpas, they would be on board. So yes, come on board. We shall have a good time. We shall make money. Yes. Thank you so much, Lilo.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. And for everyone who was able to share their story, I really appreciate your testimonies. So guests on the call, that's basically it. As you can see, I'm here with my daughter who, has to be a part of this presentation. But I just want to, just end this by saying something very basic. Like, this is the reason why you were invited to this call. Like, we just wanted to share with you about the academy, how you can learn how to trade, and how maybe you can make an extra income. So we're not here to try and convince you or coerce you. We just want to share the information. So right now on this call, you're either an A, a B, or a C. Okay, so you're either ready, you want to get started, what I'd suggest is, if you're ready, please go back to the person who invited you, let them sign you up. Okay, they'll show you exactly how to do that, as long as you have the 25K on your card, your Visa card or your MasterCard. Then we have the guys on the call who are the Bs. Okay, maybe you also want to get started, but perhaps you have a couple of questions. If you have any questions right now, kindly just ask them right now. You can unmute your mic or you can type on the chat box. Okay, type your questions. And then maybe you're a C on this call. You're just like, no, I've heard about this. I don't want to do this. I appreciate the time. Guy, we are okay with that as well, because we know that this is not for everybody. Okay, but we still wanted to share it with you. And we thank you for your time being on this call. So if there are any questions, I'm ready to take them. Any questions on the call? Any questions on the call? Any questions on the call?
Yes, Lilian, I have a question.
Okay, and please identify yourself kindly.
My name is Tabitha.
Okay, hi Tabitha.
I'm fine, thank you. I have a great interest in this venture.
Yes.
I would just want to know how long the training takes. If you pay 25,000, how long can you take in that training before you start trading?
Okay, very good question.
What
Very
does
good.
it depend?
Okay. I'm sorry, did I interrupt you?
No, I was just asking what it depends on.
Okay.
How long it
How
takes,
long
yeah.
it will take. So basically the learning, going through the academy, as Shiro articulated it earlier, the academy is very simplified. Like literally my daughter can watch those videos and be done in like a week, okay, in terms of the basics. And I'm talking about the basics, which will enable you to now, you know, go and start trading on your demo, and then now eventually open a live account within 2 weeks. So within your first 2 weeks, you can literally begin to trade live, okay? But in terms of fully grasping and becoming very confident, I usually tell people, give yourself 3 months, okay, at a minimum. Worst case, 6 months.
Mm.
And I'm saying that based on my own personal experience and based on what I've seen, a majority of people, you know, they take 3 to 6 months, okay, navigating the space and just getting really good as a trader. But that brings me to now something else which I should mention, okay? The reason why we are confident about you being able to trade within your second week as a member of IAM is because we are going to trade with you. So yes, you'll be in
Okay.
the academy learning, okay? But of course, there's some
Yeah.
things that maybe you won't understand fully. However, yeah, people like myself and other educators in the academy globally, right? Every single
Yeah.
day, we share our trade ideas with you. Okay, so
Okay.
you can take
Yeah.
the same trades. Like if I call a trade, if someone else on the team, Ayuma calls a trade or Shiro calls a trade, you can take the same trade. Okay, and you make money with us because we already have been at this for a while. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, it does.
and so that means that from your second week, okay, as long as you follow the guidelines that you'll be given by the person who invited you, obviously, you should be able to go live.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you should be able to go live. And also, if you get started today, I mean, obviously, we are going to put you into mom, please. We are going to put you into a group, okay? And we are going to we are trading together, like I've just said. So over a period of 52 weeks, what we're trying to do is to grow a small trading account of $100 over a
Yeah.
period of 52 weeks. At the end of 52 weeks, we want that account to have gotten to over $143,000. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how is that possible? But we actually have a proper plan and guideline. And we've been at this for the last 13 weeks. Some of us on this call can testify and say their accounts have been growing and they're slowly getting to their goal. In 52 weeks, we hope to all be there. Even if we get halfway, I think it's better than nothing. So that's the support we give to everyone on the team, especially the new people. Have I
Okay.
answered your question?
You have answered my question. I have another question.
Okay.
Do you pick for me the person to work with me, or I get to pick for myself? Because I may not know the players around there in
Yes.
the forum,
Yes.
and who does what, who is better at what. Do you pick for me,
Yeah.
or you can have to pick for myself?
Definitely. We will give you a guideline. We will tell you this is the educator for, let's say, our Harmonics tool, which is the main tool you'll have access to when you join. We'll tell you this is the educator for so and so, for this strategy and so on. So we will guide you, but because we are all different, you may find another educator maybe who you think, you know, as you're navigating, is someone you resonate with. So that's also okay. But in the beginning, we will hold your hand throughout.
Okay.
Until you feel confident, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're an A. Ready to get started?
I am an A, but I will need to organize myself a little bit financially so I can just pay up the total figure.
That's fine.
At once.
That's okay. The total figure though.
My final confirmation.
Yeah.
Would be how low is the investment, initial investment that one can make so that you get an account?
You'll start with $100.
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
You'll open a broker account with $100. So all of us began with $100. There are some who decide they want to start with more, which is fine, but we recommend $100 because it's a good amount to practice on before you risk more money. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lilian. I am
Thank
so
you very
fascinated
much.
about the whole idea.
Awesome. So please speak to the person who invited you, Tabitha,
Thank you.
and
God bless you.
guide you. Okay, thank you. Any other question, guys? Any other question? I don't see any other question. So I'm going to assume everyone is okay on the call. All the guests are taken care of. Their answers are covered. Going once, questions going twice. Okay, thank you guys. I think it's been an awesome evening. Thank you for being on this call. We do this every day, just talking about our company, doing presentations, lunchtime, 4 p.m., 7 p.m., and 9 p.m. So we have yet another presentation by one of our mentors in the US, Randy Webb. So if you want to jump back in, come at 9 o'clock. I'm sure the person who invited you will be able to guide you. But for everyone who's on the call, thank you for your time. For the members and the leaders on the call, thank you as well for your support on this call. We appreciate you. Let's have a lovely evening, guys, and see you soon on the next Forex in Heels edition. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Lilo. Bye. Hi, Zolani.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.